Hi Gemini, welcome back. This is going to be your you versus them reading. I'm going to go back and forth between you and the person you may be connecting with. I have a couple messages right out the gate that I want to get to, but first keep in mind that because it's general, you can feel free to reverse the roles if you need to. Also, my readings are timeless, so I just trust when this finds you is when you need to hear it. And if you're not dealing with anyone in specific, this very well may be you versus you, okay? So, Gemini, I actually planned to do this reading yesterday, and when I sat down to do it, I kind of felt a bit of hesitancy there, and then I started the camera, then I stopped it, and when I stopped it, I actually saw a message from one of my friends where my plans changed unexpectedly, so I couldn't do the reading. But it's funny because I had already kind of been hesitant to start the reading, and then all of a sudden my plans changed. So kind of a good thing that I had some hesitancy there. And then today, when I went to go do your reading, I was drawn to restart the video, which is not something I usually do. But it just wasn't coming out correctly, okay? Some of the guided messages. So I don't know if you're experiencing a lot of stop, go type of energy, or feeling hesitant maybe in making decisions or questioning things a lot. Or maybe you're having some unexpected schedule changes during this time frame, and we are getting ready to go into a retrograde. So that could be something that you can expect in this upcoming next few weeks. That's just kind of a side note. I always pay attention to the energy that I'm in, as I don't believe in coincidences. And so I feel that that may resonate with a lot of you, that type of vibe, right? The start, stop, yes, no type of energy. So they're showing me, kind of like to go with the flow and to just kind of roll with it over these next few weeks. And that's going to help you to keep your calm, is what they're telling me. All right, so when I was able to meditate on the energy, I had a song stuck in my head. It was by Rihanna, Stay. And there was one particular lyric that I kept singing over and over again as I was preparing my table and saging my cards. And then when, like I said, I started the video the first time around, all of a sudden my mind went blank. So again, another reason why it's like a start over type of energy. Let me put it to you that way. This retrograde might be a starting over, okay, in whatever way that means for you. But anyways, the specific lyric from that song was the lyric where she says, funny you're the only one, funny you're the only one, but I'm the one who needed saving. I can't think of the exact lyrics again. But basically what she's saying is, it's funny that you're the broken one, yeah, I'm the one who needed saving. So anyways, that lyric may resonate with you or someone that you're dealing with, or just simply that song, as that came through pretty strongly, okay? And then when I was in a meditative state, I kind of felt drawn in a few different directions. And it's like, again, my attention was kind of being scattered all over the place. Almost like a distraction. So I don't know if you have a lot of distractions going on, or a lot of distractions when it comes to this person or this connection. You may be actually trying to distract yourself. But yeah, it just feels a little bit convoluted almost. So let's get down to it with the tarot cards and see what comes out. Your overall energy is that of Chiron, which is healing energy. This is about growth and making amends, releasing things, your personal development, overcoming self-doubt and generational trauma. Is a very, very sensitive energy. So you might be feeling hypersensitive, Gemini, during this time frame, okay? But it also talks about divinity and cleansing, and so this would be a good time to cleanse your energy, to rebalance yourself as well as clear your mind. And then your overall energy is the Page of Wands, which is all about ideas and new beginnings. Again, I just noticed that. And there's a cardinal in the picture that may also be significant to some of you. New beginnings. I feel like this is like a starting over, okay, if you will. And that person you are dealing with is the Eight of Swords. So they may have some restrictions in their energy, restrictions being placed on them. They may be restricting themselves for you, or you may have done that to them. If it's not that, then it's just like this person is kind of their own worst enemy when it comes to like the way they think about the connection or the way they think about life in general. I'm not saying it's all the time, but during this snippet of time, they really could be trapped in some negative thoughts or like getting overly consumed with a lot of different thoughts all at the same time. It's really interesting that I got this card because I got the mental wellness card in the reading that I did for you on Sunday, and it was kind of talking about that same energy, really needing to take care of your mental well-being. So that could be you, or that could be someone that you're dealing with, meaning that. And then so the other lyric that's being repeated is, it's not much of a life you're living. It's not much of a life you're living. It's an interesting message, right? And I think what that's in regards to as I look at this song is like this person may restrict themselves a lot from really living life or having the life that they really were meant to have. Or you might be Gemini, take it as it resonates. But that's kind of what's coming to me as I shuffle the cards. So let's go into the recent past, see what led up to this moment. Then we're going to go into perception, how you see each other, and then genuine emotions, how you feel underneath it all, your hopes, and most likely future outcome. So recent past energy for Gemini, it is the Ace of Swords, the Three of Swords, and the Emperor. So this is that clearing out energy that I feel. Okay, so, and then what is preceding that? The Three of Swords. So it's almost like all this past stuff coming up, all this past pain coming up, past thoughts coming up, that is for some reason resurfacing, likely because we're getting ready to go into a retrograde, a very intense one at that. But I feel like it's empowering you, or it's meant to empower you, Gemini, to really put yourself back in the driver's seat, especially when it comes to your personal development. So it's like making you more astute, wiser, smarter. Okay, so it's like really kind of processing mentally some things that maybe you have put on the back burner, okay? Things that aren't so nice to think about, that maybe you distract yourself from a lot, is kind of what I'm getting, that are coming to the surface to be healed during this time frame, or at least in the recent past. This past weekend might have really been a doozy for you because there was a major shift in the collective energies. And I talked about that on my Facebook the other day. And it kind of caused like this erratic type of energy, you know, so you might have been feeling a lot of mood swings or like up and down, or you may still be in that energy for a few of you. I heard get a hold of yourself. I don't know if that's something that you're telling yourself or what that's about, but I just feel like you're going to let it make you stronger and wiser and not let it tear you down. And that's what you're being encouraged to do. I think also you're getting really clear about how you deal with relationships and how some past traumas or maybe even generational traumas has impacted your ability to dominate relationships. Some of you really like to be the one always calling the shots or taking the lead in relationships, or you might like take on partners that are very controlling if it's not you, because of maybe like a sense of lack of control in your earlier days or teenage years even, or like a lack of organization there, because they're kind of showing me that energy. So even some of that stuff might be coming up or have recently come up within memories, thought, emotion. Okay. So let's see what this person's recent past energy is. And you know what? I totally skipped past this because, again, my mind feels all over the place right now. And I've been pretty clear-minded today. But Also, when I was meditating, I saw an image of someone taking a selfie. They had someone next to them though. It seemed very friendly. This could be a memory or thought form I'm picking up on, and they were taking a selfie. So I don't really know the significance of why I saw that, other than maybe there's like an old memory or a selfie that you're coming across that means something deep to you, that might even bring up like old memories that maybe are kind of painful, or old pictures, old friendships even that maybe have gone through changes or have been lost, stuff like that, you know. All right, so let's see this person's recent past energy. The Ace of Inspiration, Page of Emotions, and the World card. So this person has been inspired to open their heart, okay, in the recent past after seeing something from a different perspective or a higher perspective. It's really interesting because I think that this person felt very restricted in the energy, and then for somehow that restriction has pushed this person to think a little bit deeper, or like think more creatively about how to go about things, this relationship or just life in general. You know, it's opened this person up to new ways of thinking or new ways of living, which is interesting because I got that song lyric, it's not much of a life you're living. And that could be like how this person felt in the past. Like if they felt like they were always obligated or restricted, it just didn't feel like they were living, but it didn't feel like they were living, or something like that. Or it could be how they view you as well. But it's like I'm alive, but I don't feel alive, like that type of energy. And yet that energy is what's pushing, or has pushed this person to go deeper within, to see the bigger picture, to see how it all connects. So they're really being encouraged in that direction, or they may have recently come to that conclusion for some. I heard don't force it. Don't force it. All right, so let's look at your perception of this connection and start there. Keep in mind that perception is in the eye of the beholder, so it might be your truth, but it may not be their truth. All right, but we're going to start there. You have the World card. Interesting, because they had the World card in their spread. The Five of Pentacles, the King of Pentacles, and the Lovers. This is your energy here, Gemini. So something's come to a close. Didn't make you feel the best, though, did it? But it made you smarter. It made you work harder towards the things that you want, or is making you harder in that direction, okay? And I just heard work smarter, not harder. Don't force it. So I'm getting a lot of messages about not wanting to force things that don't fit. And they're showing me a puzzle piece and like trying to fit a puzzle, you know, like a puzzle piece into a space that it does not belong. And so if something feels very forceful or very difficult, it's because it's either not on your path or it's not the right timing right now. And so that's kind of like a side note, but I just feel like don't force things, okay? Let it come to you naturally. And it begins with, first of all, healing these past issues that are coming up. And then, you know, really taking what you've learned away from that and then letting that make you stronger and smarter, okay? So when it comes to this connection, you feel like, you know, you come full circle with it. At times it makes you feel alone, but at times it's like you're kind of comfortable with that. Some of you like being alone, or you're comfortable with who you are or your environment. So I feel it's not totally disconnected you from your source or your alignment. Some of you may view this person as someone as like that you have a very strong attraction to, and that maybe you got comfortable with or would have liked to have gotten comfortable with for some of you. Or some of you got too comfortable to where like you were sitting next to this person, but you felt alone anyways, you know, or vice versa. It's like being in a room together, but you might as well not be in the same room together, that type of energy. I just heard someone's on their phone too much. I don't know if that's you or them, but it's causing some distance in the partnership, especially if you're in a committed, like, long-term relationship. There's too much mental distance. For some of you, there's mental disease going on, or like an inability to focus, and it certainly could be coming from this person's side, but it may also be yours. But there's something that caused a gap here within what is actually a very strong connection, all right? Or at least that's how you see it, okay? Because this is in your perception. Let's see how this person perceives you, Gemini. 8 of emotions. Wow. The Ace of Emotions and the Awakening card. I heard awakening to spirit. This person might be awakening to their own spiritual path, their own spiritual guides during this time frame. And it could be because of this connection, or you may have brought that out in them, or they you. I feel like when this person sees the connection, they almost feel like they need to walk away, because it's just like bearing too much on their emotions, or walking away. What? See, I'm getting my words all confused again. I'm sorry, I'm getting like so many different messages. First of all, let's start from the beginning. Slower, please. This person is trying to eclipse something out of their mind. That could be you, that could be other things going on, but they don't want to feel. There's a sense of numbness and yet a lot of love. So it's like two polar opposite sides of the energy, where this person feels like this connection has the ability to suck the energy or emotion or life out of them, and yet it gives them life, because it helps them awaken to other like things in their life that they weren't aware of before, makes them go a little bit deeper. And often that is the time, the reason for our connections. Now, with that said, I feel that this person, their mind is all over the place, as well as what I feel yours is. I'm just getting like a lot of mumbo jumbo. Like the words are coming faster than my mouth can say them, or even decipher them. So I don't know, if it's you or they, but someone's mind is running like 300 miles a minute. It's making it actually very difficult for me to get through this reading. It's like, slow down. Slow down. The mind is racing, yes. You've been having some really interesting readings lately, Gemini. I actually had to stop during the last one because my eye was twitching so bad. And this one, I feel like I need a breather, to be honest with you. This is overwhelming, the amount of mental energy that's coming through. And it's just like this, like all these things lighting up, and I'm a triple air sign, so usually I can keep up with the messages, but it's a lot of mumbo jumbo. Like, I don't want to take away the seriousness of anyone's situation, but a lot of the chatter that's going on in the psyche, whether that's you or the person you're dealing with, is a lot of mumbo jumbo. Like, it's like not making sense. So I don't know if you know what circular thinking is. It's like where someone, they begin their next sentence based off of the last word of the prior sentence. Sometimes people with mental illnesses do this, where they talk in circles. So it's like, to give an example, it'd be like, I like the color purple. Purple is the color of the sky. The sky is blue. Blue reminds me of my old dog. I like dogs. Like that. It's like a lot of talking, or a lot of thinking, mental thought forms, but it's not leading anywhere. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, it's circular thinking. That's what I feel is going on. Okay, and you're going to know if this is you or the person you're dealing with, all right? Yeah. So let's go into the genuine emotions and see how you're feeling underneath it all, Gemini. That was thought, and now we're going to go into genuine emotions. 5 of Wands. Ace of Wands. Ooh. And the Hierophant, yeah. Well, I definitely feel that there's an internal struggle going on within your emotional self. Queen of Swords at the bottom of the deck. So, and this is you, you know, contemplating the past as well. The past showing up again for some of you. But I feel like there's an internal struggle going on emotionally. And it's just like, not like reaching for something, but not really knowing what you're reaching for. And I think what you're really wanting, Gemini, is passion, intensity. Some of you, good sex, you know. I'm just saying, you have the Ace of Wands here. But if nothing else, more passion in your life, you know what I'm saying? And something to look forward to. Emotionally, commitments are being highlighted. And so if you're in a commitment where it feels like you're there, but you're alone, you're really craving like something to be excited about, something to re-spark either the relationship or for some of you, a new energy to come in. But there's this back and forth going on with your emotions. Even if you're not in a connection, commitments are being highlighted. You know, wanting more fervor in your life. That's not a word I usually use. I'm not even sure I use that in the right context. But it's like getting fired up and wanting to see like the doors of opportunity open for you. And it's almost like some of you, a good way to like work this energy out is to literally work out. I don't know if some of you are thinking about taking up like a new workout regimen or something that is almost competitive. Because I think there's a small part of you that likes a good competition, you know what I'm saying? Or maybe a large part of you for some of you, you know, the desire to win or the desire to come out on top. And emotionally, you're being very passionately driven during this time frame, which is good, but also be careful with impulsive nature, impulsivity, because you have 2 cards here of being impulsive. So you might just want to keep a check on that, you know, that you're not making decisions without thinking them all the way through, especially if you're the one whose brain is all of this chatter going on. You know, make sure you're clear-minded first, Gemini. So let's see what this person's genuine emotions are underneath it all. The 4 of Pentacles. The 7 of Voices, which is the 7 of Swords. Ooh, the 3 of Swords. Goodness gracious. So now that lyric is coming up again. Funny, you're the only one. And for some reason, I always blank on that lyric. Please put it in the comments if you know it. Funny, you're the only one, something, something, something that needed saving. When I'm the one that needed saving. Somebody likes to play the victim a lot. I'm actually getting it as this person. But take it as it resonates, okay? It could be either or. Be real with yourself if it is. But it's showing up in their emotions. Where it's like, if it's not that, like a victim mentality or a victimhood type of persona that this person has put themselves in, then I heard pity party for some. That's kind of harsh, but I do feel like sometimes this person may have the ability to pull on heartstrings when they want to. It's kind of manipulative a little bit, but it's to get attention, okay? For others of you, it's more of like this person pretending to be like totally fine and okay and like I'm good and But really what's going on underneath that is like this very insecure little child almost that actually feels very lost. This person's got some insecurities that they are definitely coping with, whether they're showing it to you or not, and whether they're in that first group that I talked about or the second group, doesn't matter. It's still coming from a place of insecurity. See, and this picture has like a lot of, it has an image of a fox, and I heard sly. I don't know if this person's sly, like a fox, or they view you that way, but it's almost like right now emotionally this person is holding on to some things for sure. And it may or may not be related to you, but it's like this mentality of like, it's funny that you need help when I'm the one that needs saving. You know what I'm saying? It's almost like a guilt trippy type of energy, and I can't tell whose side it's coming from, but I'm getting these messages more so on this person's side. It's just coming from a place of being hurt themselves, you know? And not wanting to face the facts as well. This person's in a bit of emotional denial, you know, telling themselves they're okay or feeling okay when they're not really feeling okay, you know, like that. Like this person plays tricks on themselves, like emotional games, but with themselves, if that makes any sense. I keep wanting to say it's a bunch of nonsense. That may be how you feel. So your hope is the Empress here, Gemini. Hoping to see things develop in a way that's more nurturing, in a way that's more calm, more peaceful, and a more grounded type of energy. So if you've been feeling that erratic energy that I talked about at the beginning, then this is like really hoping that things either slow down or calm down, you know, or that something comes to fruition that helps you to feel more grounded and practical. That was a misfire. Get back in there. Sorry. I can tell when my cards need to come out when they don't. This person's hope is the Star. So they want healing. Honestly, this person has a battle going on within them that I don't blame them for wanting healing for. It's helping to awaken this person, and it may be downright shadow work. Okay? But I know that they're wanting to heal things within themselves, and possibly with the connection if you're on the outs with this person. They may also be like hoping for someone to come in and save them, because I keep getting that same message. Let's look at most likely future outcome, Gemini, and keep in mind that all of the future outcomes can be changed with free will. I'm just giving you a snapshot of what it currently looks like. Alright, so 10 of Wands, 3 of Cups, 7 of Wands, and Ace of Pentacles. I heard you're going to make peace with yourself, or make peace with this person for some of you. It's been a long, hard road. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like things got very heavy, or they might get very heavy during this time period, but you have the wherewithal to create success out of this, and I feel like that's exactly what you're going to do. There is support within your environment, whether that's within family or friend structures. Some of you may reconcile with this person if you are currently on the outs with that, as you have a lot of healing, reconciliation cards. Some of you are going to shut that out, you know, because what you're healing is yourself. But there is new opportunities coming in. For some of you, new opportunities to make money within the career sector, but it could also be new commitments, renewed commitments, that type of energy after you kind of get your head together, because there is some things that you're still processing. That's why the energy is kind of erratic here. And it's just going to take a little bit of time. It might not be until the retrograde is out of our system that the new commitment or opportunity comes in, but the timeline will be different for all of you. I heard clearly this is a time for rest, rejuvenation, and relaxation. Try to surround yourself, Gemini, with people that understand you, that get you, your soul tribe. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to go at this alone. You have people here that want to support you along your journey. So allow that support in, okay? Don't push it away. I know that sometimes Gemini is a very independent sign. They kind of want to do everything by themselves, you know, alone, especially if you fell into the group or you like to be the one in control. But it's like, have a little help from your friends. If the support's available there, it's nice to have it, especially during like these times, okay? So that's kind of what I feel coming your way. Let's see this person's most likely future outcome for Gemini. I heard enough already. I feel like I'm kind of spying. I'm not intending to, but I feel like I'm hearing someone's like sidebar conversation or like an argument in my head. It's weird. From don't force it to enough already, like that. So let's see this person's 9 of Swords. It could be this person's internal dialogue. You know, this could be someone who really beats themselves up here. You know, they may even scold themselves in their mind, or you might be doing that. And it's like Spirit is saying, stop with that nonsense. You know, Spirit's not doing that to you. Why would you do that to you? You know what I'm saying? Like, you're unconditionally loved in Source's eyes, so why are you scolding yourself, you know? Like, be easy. Be easy. And that could be for you or the cross watcher. This person is going through massive change. They have the Death and Rebirth card. And like I said, they're going through some sort of awakening. Well, sometimes awakenings can feel a bit overwhelming, okay? Especially when you're purging old hurt. And I actually feel like you also have went through this, Gemini, but yours is more in the recent past, and this person is coming into it in the now. But they're very much stuck in their head, okay? Very, very, very stuck in their head. And having difficulty letting things go, although I think things are going to come to a natural end with that situation or with that thought pattern. And they're going to get some more peaceful energy. So peace of mind is what I've heard. And that peace of mind comes in kind of when they can start being honest with themselves about how they really feel, and not feel like they need to, I heard trap another. I don't know if someone's like dealing with entrapment. If not that, then to feel trapped by their own emotions or their own inner child. So I feel like this person is getting the inspiration, right, to kind of open their heart up and see the bigger picture. And it might really get to this person, because I do feel it is shadow work that they're doing, and that does not always feel the best, but it is creating some big changes for this person that's going to give them a much calmer attitude and more peace of mind. And so kind of the same message as was for you, Gemini, that this person is being guided to take care of their well-being, their mental well-being, and to use this time to restore their energy and heal what they need to heal. So I'm going to leave it there. Interesting reading as always, Zodiac signs you could be dealing with. Keep in mind that it's a general reading, so it could really be any zodiac sign, but the ones that are sticking out to me is Scorpio here, Aquarius, Taurus, Pisces, Virgo, Aries, Sag. Yep, those are the primary zodiac signs I'm seeing. Like I said, take it with a grain of salt. It is a general reading. If you resonated with that, please do let me know in the comments down below. Also, don't forget to give me a like, share, and subscribe if you haven't yet. Catch me on Facebook and Instagram as well. I do go live on Facebook quite a bit and just yammer on about whatever I have going on in my life. But I also talk about law of attraction and spirituality, and sometimes I do readings there. So you can catch me there. Tarot Time with Dana, link down below. Also, I added a donation feature to my channel. You can donate by going to the About section and clicking on my PayPal. Make sure you put donation in the title of the donation. It's always welcomed, but certainly never expected, okay? Either way, I'm wishing you the very best, Gemini, and until next time, my friends, namaste, bye.